What's up everybody, it's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and in this video I'm going to be playing around with Maya, mobbing in the Friendship Gulag area. This area is a often forgot about area in Borderlands 2. It connects to the Dust, and there's only one quest here unless you fail to save Roland in time from Warden, and you actually have to come get him from here if that's the case. That doesn't happen to most people though that I've asked. Anyway, so I'm using a legendary cat comm with Maya, and I'm playing at OP 8. The weapon I'll be using for, the entirety of this will be the Hyperion plasma caster. I have it in fire and corrosive here. Obviously, I'll be using corrosive primarily because this is a loader heavy area. I also have, though, the Malawan Florentine, which is the Seraph Shock and Slag. Malawan, I already said it was Malawan. It's an SMG from the Tiny Tina's DLC. And so that works out really well for enemies with shields and getting slag on them for me. Obviously, I'm using Life Tap to help me stay alive here. I won't be using any Moxie weapons during the entirety of this run. And I think I only use SMGs. I might pull out my launcher here in a minute. I'll have to watch and figure it out. Obviously, I have a special hate for surveyors because of Digistruct Peak. Since I am using strictly SMGs for the most part, I am going to need to keep an eye on my ammo count. The reason I'm messing around in this area is just because it's full of enemies. There's, very tightly packed and very crowded areas in this particular map, and it makes for some fun mobbing gameplay. Obviously, there are a lot of exploders and a lot of surveyors, and those can be kind of annoying at times, but it's still pretty fun overall. I really like this map for just general shenanigans. Scorn and Ruin are going to give me quite a bit of slag on command, and that's really helpful at OP levels. I am using Converge to also give me a little bit of time. Like I said, Life Tap is the main skill I'm relying on to keep me alive here, but I'm also using 1 point in Inertia, which will activate my Evolution, which I'm wearing after every kill I get, so I'll get a little bit of regeneration from the Evolution as well. It's not much, but it all adds up. The Evolution helps a little bit with the really annoying OP8 damage over time with its elemental resistance. And so that works out really well and in my favor as far as surviving goes. Trying to hit the surveyor here, I was having a really hard time aiming at it. I kind of remember that and I was kind of irritated. I thought I was going to die there. I'd say Maya is definitely my second favorite character. I know I've brought that up, but I still get questions about it sometimes. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer them for you guys. Now, there are quite a few still Hyperion enemies in here that are going to have flesh, and so that's why I will have to pull out the Fire Plasma Caster for part of this. Go ahead and phase lock that little surveyor and use the Florentine to take him out. Actually, surveyors are kind of genderless, I imagine. To take it out is what I should have said, I guess. Anyway, so now we have more of these combat engineers and everything to kill. I don't know why I was feeling the Maya bug today. I just happened to want to play some Maya, and this is one of the maps I come to when I'm just killing time, trying to kill enemies, and just practice a little bit at, killing enemies. Is that stupid to practice in Borderlands 2? I know it's a non-competitive game and everything. I don't know, I just like to play semi-efficiently. I'm not exactly sure if this is the optimal skill build for a level 72 Maya, but it's working for me, and I'll see if there's any changes I really need to make to it. Right now it seems to be going pretty well. I'm sure a lot of people would say I don't need Ruin and Scorn, but I find myself using both of them, so I don't think it's too big a deal. I like to use Quasars. Maybe I could just use magic missiles instead, and then I wouldn't need Scorn. But I'm going all the way down for Life Tap anyway, so I think I'm going to get Scorn every time. And since the legendary cat has Reaper, I'm probably going to get it's only a few more points after you max Reaper to go ahead and pick up Ruin. So that's why I kind of feel like I should just pick them both up. I don't know. What skill builds do you guys use with Maya? I'll show you the one I'm using here at the end of this video. Obviously, phase lock helps a lot with surveyors. That's really nice. Now, there's only a couple real large pinch points left in the map. This one back here where you find, I think it's Carson, from that one quest that Mordecai narrates. It's right near that jail cell where you go get the echo recording. But that area can get pretty intense, and there's usually usually 3 warlorders that spawn. And since those can light you on fire or any time, but at OP levels, those are especially dangerous. So I'll take note of where those land and everything. See, there's one there already, and then there's usually 2 more that come on the roof. So that fire damage over time can be a real pain in the butt, so you gotta watch out for that. Gonna go ahead and get Slag on the Warloader and take him out. Luckily, Warloaders aren't very durable, so they are fairly easy to take out once you get them phase locked. But they do have that huge offensive capability. You can see that other one out there jumping down now. I'll go ahead and go and phase lock it right away so that I don't have to worry about it getting started and catching that fire dot. Now, try to find the Surveyor and trap him. Or it. I don't know why I think Surveyors are guys. I think Incinerator's a guy, and the rest of the dragons are girls, usually. But I think that's just because Mr. Torg said he called it a her, or she, or something. I don't know. But I think Incinerator's definitely the boy dragon. I think Helianth might be a guy, too. But obviously, Brood's gotta be a girl. Speaking of genderless things like dragons and surveyors. Alright, so now I'm working my way around to the front of the map now. There's one more hallway to go down. It's not as densely populated as the other hallways, which is why I chose to do it last. Didn't want to save the hard part for last. That would be kind of silly. Life Tap is still really effective at OP levels, even with damage reduction, because you are still doing level 80 damage and you only have level 72 health. So it works out pretty well. I guess I have more than level 72 health because I have a level 80 evolution. But Life Tap is still enough to keep me full so long as I can keep my kills up. It's definitely harder to keep your kills up in a co-op gameplay, but you're also taking a lot less fire in co-op gameplay. So, you know, try to steal some kills to keep your Life Tap up. Or, you know, tell your partner, you know, like, hey, leave certain things at a low HP so I can get my kill skills and stuff. That's kind of like some high-level team synergy, though. I don't think most people really go at it with that attitude. But if you were looking for that, you could. There's got to be like a few, close to 100 enemies on this map, maybe more. It's a very tightly packed map, as you can see. That's why I like this map for mobbing. It's a good time. You feel surrounded, and that's pretty cool. When I was practicing trying to get good at sniping with Zero, this is one of the maps I would come to because it does have a decent mix of humans and loaders. And man, I got my ass handed to me quite a few times before I really got the hang of it. But it was pretty cool. You know, because of the time I spent goofing around in here, I quite like this map still. Plus, I don't think too many people even remember it or go to it that often, so that makes it kind of like a hipster map. I guess I'm a Borderlands 2 hipster. That's lame. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and finish out this hallway. And there's just a few more enemies that'll jump down from some balconies and stuff, and I'll be able to show you guys my skill build and my gear here in just a second. Does anybody else use the Legendary Cat mod? I have to assume it's popular. I haven't been reading too much online recently about Borderlands 2, but I have to assume the Legendary Cat mod is immensely popular. It's a very great mod. I'm a huge fan of it as far as Maya mobbing comms go. It's got to be the best one as far as I'm concerned. So now I'm just checking over the map, making sure I killed everything. I know that there are a few like extra loaders that don't usually spawn at first from these high balconies, and I wanted to go ahead and take those out. Just so I felt like I killed every enemy in the room. It's good to get the area clear. That's like an old school gaming thing. Anyway, now we have these last few guys jumping down. Excellent. And we'll go ahead and slag and kill that one. So again, guys, thank you very much for watching and sticking through this video if you made it this far. It's pretty late at night. This commentary might have been a little rambly. I apologize for that, but I do thank you guys very much for watching. And take a look at my gear here. I use these plasma casters like I talked about. And an evolution, a quasar, a legendary cap, and a bone of the ancients. Again, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.